welcome to another episode, so to speak, of the L.E.A.N Lifestyle Kitchen, where I'm going to share a recipe which I've been enjoying over my lean lifestyle journey. It's such an easy recipe and it can accompany so many dishes. Now, I recently made a video about how to turn a cauliflower into rice grains, and then I made another video about how to cook that cauliflower. Today I also want to show you something else you can do with a cauliflower to make a side dish, and that is making cauliflower mash. Now, I used to love mashed potato before I was on a low carb diet, but this dish allows me to get something as similar as I can and enjoy a similar texture. But there are a few things you need to bear in mind when you're making cauliflower mash to ensure that you get it right. And you know, one of the things that people always have trouble with on a low carb diet is thinking they have to give up so much. Well, have to give up rice, have to give up potato, but a cauliflower and the other dishes that I will show you over the time will allow you to see how you can make some great side dishes. Because on a low carb diet, you can have all the meat you want. You know, you don't have to restrict the meat or the fish. What you just need to do is really adapt the side dishes, and that's why it's so wonderful. That's why I've still had such wonderful meals on a low carb diet. So this is how you make cauliflower mash. So what happens, you break the cauliflower up into small pieces. You know, coming from Jamaica, we'd say you break him up. I don't know why everything's him when they talk about cooking in Jamaica. So you'd break the cauliflower up into very, very small pieces. And what you want to do, you want to steam this. Now, you don't want to boil the cauliflower. Let me just make that clear. What you want to do is steam. If you boil it, it's going to be too mushy and too much water. Now, I'm going to use a steamer here, which is, as you can see, is ready to go, but you may not have a steamer. So another way which I've done it in the past is just to boil some water in a pot. Don't fill the water up too much, and then use a strainer or something and just put it in the pot. Now, ensure that the cauliflower does not touch the water. So all you want is a steam from the water. So to turn the pot up quite high, all you want is a steam from the water to be able to steam the cauliflower. And you just drop the cauliflower in the strainer like that and just cover it, and allow the steam to soften the cauliflower. So if you haven't got a steamer, that's a great and easy way for you to be able to make cauliflower mash. But today I'm going to use the steamer here. So let's just pop some of these pieces inside the steamer here. It normally takes about, I'd say about, depending, 10 to 15 minutes to make the cauliflower as soft as I would like. I normally measure it just by pushing a fork through it, but we'll leave this on for about 10 minutes. We'll let that steam away and soften, and we'll come back to that in about 10-15 minutes. So while the cauliflower is steaming for about 15 minutes and softening, I'd like to share with you my story about how my lifestyle reversed my pre-diabetic state. It was around the time, say about 4 months after my mother suddenly passed away, that, you know, I put on an incredible amount of weight, if you know my story, and my blood sugar went sky high. I went for a test at the doctor, and he told me I was nearly on the diabetic level. I think my blood sugar was about, I would say, 6.8, which you have to be about 7 to be a diabetic. And it was nerve-wracking, because, you know, I know that a lot of people in the Black and Caribbean community growing up thinking that diabetes, or what they call it, sugar, is part of growing old, but no. To me, it was a life sentence, and there were so many stories about diabetes being a progressive disease that you couldn't reverse it. So for me, it was concerning, but I really wasn't in the state of mind to do anything about it. Forward on, I would say 4 months, And that was after the time I started my low carb diet. And I was eating well, eating a lot better, eating a lot of low carb foods. And I read some stories about how this diet had reversed pre-diabetes and diabetes. I thought, whoa, wow, I wonder if that has happened to me. So I bought a blood sugar monitor, and I kind of nervously took a fasting blood sugar test, and I was absolutely flabbergasted at what this was the result that came out of the blood sugar test. As you can see, that the levels came way down, and I thought, well, maybe it's just a one-off. So I took a measurement a couple of weeks later, and to my surprise, again, my levels were down, and they have been consistently down in a normal range since I have been on this diet. So not only has this diet helped me to lose so much weight, but it also reversed my pre-diabetic state and stopped me becoming a diabetic, and it can do the same for you. And sadly, this lockdown period for so many people has meant that food has been their comfort, and there will be a number of people coming out of this lockdown with a high blood sugar, possibly bordering on a diabetic state. And a low carb sugar reduction diet is a great way to be able to counter that. No more can the doctors say that diabetes or pre-diabetes is a progressive disease. It can be reversed with the right diet and some exercise thrown in, but primarily the right diet too. So let's just continue with this cauliflower mash. So let's just take the cauliflower out, and now we're just going to put it in a bowl for the next part of it. And that looks lovely there. Now what we need is some cream cheese. Now you can use plain cream cheese, or if you want to give it a little bit of flavour, you can use the Philadelphia with chives or the other ingredients. It's entirely up to you. So again, this is about your taste, how much you want. But I would normally put a couple of tablespoons in here, just to add a little bit of flavor. So we'll add a couple of tablespoons here, and then what we will add to this is some butter. Yeah, so I'd say it's about 1.5 tablespoons of butter here as well. And then what we'll add is some black pepper. Just add some black pepper to the mixture here. And then we'll add some garlic. I like to use garlic salt here, just a little bit of garlic salt, just to give it a little bit of taste here, not so much the fresh garlic. And then you can also add some fresh parsley. It gives it a nice green look, but I don't have any fresh parsley, so I'll just use some of this dried parsley here. Alright, now to create the mash, I mean, some people use a mash. I never really use a masher. What I actually do is just get a fork, and then all I do is I press down throughout all of the cauliflower and just mix everything in. It can take a little bit of while, but I do prefer using a fork to a masher. If you've got a wide mouth fork, it's even better, a strong fork. But just press down, mix the butter, the cauliflower, the cream cheese, the parsley, mix everything in. It shouldn't take long. Yeah. Now it just depends on how you like it to look. You may want to this time add a little bit more cream cheese, taste it a little bit, see how that tastes. Or you might want to add a little bit of butter. Again, this is about your own taste. Very similar to mashed potato. We all make mashed potato differently, and we all like a certain amount of butter, even though some people used to put milk in their mashed potato as well, which I wasn't a fan of. So again, this is about your own experimentation, about exactly the kind of taste that you would like to achieve from the cauliflower mash. So I've been mashing this cauliflower for about 5 minutes now because it's the kind of texture that I like to get it to. You might want to do it for a little bit more, a little bit less. Again, it's all about your own preference. And now you can see how the cauliflower looks. As you can see, it looks lovely, just like mashed potato. So let's just see how this dish actually tastes now. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and it can work as a side dish for all your meat and fish dishes or your vegetarian dishes. So this is cauliflower mash, a great way to make a side dish, and it won't make you pile on the pounds like mashed potato. That's what's so great about this side dish. Just want to remind you that in a few weeks time I'll be launching the L.E.A.N Lifestyle Tribe membership community. It'll be something that you'll be able to join with me over the next weeks, months and years, and develop a lean lifestyle and achieve some of the benefits that I have achieved through living a lean lifestyle. And I'll release some more details about that shortly. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this cauliflower mash for my dinner. Until the next time we meet in the L.E.A.N Lifestyle Kitchen, remember, make health your habit. Bye for now.